Hello, hello. Welcome. Welcome everyone to Highwire Improv here on this Monday evening. We are super excited for another week of online improv shows here in our fifth season. We've got two great shows tonight. We'll get to those in just a moment, but first, a few brief announcements. The first announcement is we are in the midst of our winter festival, Fa La La Laughs, Wednesdays and Saturdays, some special shows with a holiday theme, so check those out. Facebook has information on those, Instagram has information on those, or you can just come by at 8 o'clock on Wednesdays and Saturdays throughout December. And then also, the Highwire decks are arriving. If you've got a Highwire deck, we'd love to hear about it. We'd love to see you post about it. We'd love to see confirmation that it's arrived in various states and countries that were ordered from. Really excited these are shipping out, and you can still buy them. If you didn't get in on the crowd sale, you can still go to the gamecrafter.com, search for the Highwire deck. If you bought one already, leave a review. If you haven't bought one already, get one print on demand. They're super fun. You can do all manner of regular card games, board games, werewolf, Scrabble, and then there are 9 unique improv prompts on every card. Super fun. Please check those out. And use them to practice your improv or do other things and introduce people slowly. Trick them into improv by starting with something more palatable like poker. Thegamecrafter.com is where you can go to get those or to leave a review. That aside, promotions aside, let us jump into 2 wonderful hours of improv this evening. At 8 o'clock Eastern, in about an hour, we're going to have the return of No Pants Improv. And in just a few moments, we're going to have the return of a wonderful group. They are serious. They have a team name that is in all capital letters, which is how you know they're serious. I've heard they're nihilistic, which sounds good. I think that's a good thing. And I'm going to let them explain themselves. Please welcome to the stage, Creighton.
Hi there, my name is Kate.
And I'm Kristen.
And together we are Crate. That's right.
And the Craters.
Yeah. We are announcing the Craters too, who were also meant to all turn their cameras on at the same time, which is happening right now.
Meet the Craters.
Right. Brilliant. And there is one more. There they are. There they are. Brilliant. Yes. So here we are. We are going to do a lovely show for you. That's what we're going to do. Now, Sonia, where are you based?
I am in Boise, Idaho, in the United States.
That's good. Thank you. Amanda, where are you based?
I am in Lethbridge, Alberta, Canada, in the same time zone as Sonia.
Right. That is scientific. Becky, where are you based?
I am based in Liverpool in the UK, not in the same time zone as Amanda or Sonia, but the same time zone as you.
As me, Kate Bell from London in the UK. That's the United Kingdom. And Kristen, where are you from?
I'm from the Republic of Texas, Austin, Texas, which is its own country and does not acknowledge time zones. No, it does.
There you go. Yeah. So amongst us all, we have our own local communities, and here together we have the online community, which is great. But we also have, let's merge those all together, and merging those all together, we have your local community. So let's have a look at what might be happening in your local community. Hiya, you all right?
I am so all right. Thank you so much for asking, Kylie.
Oh, that's all right, babes. Yeah. Hiya, everyone. Hiya. Oh my God, it's so good to see you all. It's funny, isn't it, when you say it's so good to see you, because you can't actually see the people, can you?
I can see you though.
Oh no, I know, because you can see me and I can see you, but I can't see so say for example, Here we are on our Facebook Live, which we like to do, and I'm
Yeah.
sure there's loads of people watching already. Kylie, how many people we got already?
3.
That's great. Great. You see, so we've got 3 people, but how do we know? Because we can't see them. It's just mad, isn't it? With the technology and all that. It's just mad.
Plus, like, they could be like having a watching party with their friends, and it could be like hundreds.
Yeah. Oh,
of
exactly.
people.
Yeah. So then it like registers as like 3, but there might actually be like 300 watching us.
That's what I assume is always happening. So
Yeah. Yeah. That's really good.
today is a very special ye oldie version of our show. I just wanted to like say, because Bruton is for once hosting a cultural event of real import and significance.
It's like really important because Bruton, as you know, that is the town where we live. That is your local community, and we are your local community celebrity influencers. So we're really excited about the event, aren't we? I can't, if I'm honest with you, I'm not that sure what it is, but it's something to do with history, is it?
It's like a Renaissance fair, but instead of like the Renaissance, we're going to talk about the Regency era.
Are they're hotels, aren't they? The Renaissance and the Regency.
That's what
They're
I
hotels.
thought.
Yeah,
Like with gowns and horses.
right. So is that maybe then that it might be like they're opening new hotels or something like that? Is that what it is, maybe?
It's all like a party for this one chick, like named Jane Austen. It's like her birthday or something, and everybody's getting dressed up like a horse or a person, but like historical.
Oh my God, yeah, it sounds really good. But I know her? I think has she been to Bruton before, Jane? Jane Austen, is it?
I don't think she's been to Bruton because like we're basically the only celebrities here, and she sounds like she's like also famous.
Yeah, no, it rings a bell, but I can't really remember what it is, why I know her name.
Well, I hope
But
she's not too like intimidated
oh
when
my
she
God.
meets us.
I mean, that's the thing. The thing is, we're really kind, we're really kind human beings, me and Kylie, because we know that people get intimidated by our celebrity and by our influencing ways, because, we are local celebrities and we go out of our way to be kind, don't we, Kylie?
Sometimes when I wake up in the morning, I get intimidated by myself in the mirror, and then I pat myself on the back and say, "You're okay. You're not going to hurt yourself." And then I feel better. And that's a kindness.
That's really nice of you to yourself.
Yeah.
That's really nice. Yeah.
I would do it
So-
for you too if you
Oh,
want.
thanks.
Yeah.
That's really nice. Anyway, so how many people we got watching now? Is it more than 3 or
2.
2? Oh, 2.
200.
Yeah, 200, more like it. Okay, so lots going on. We're really excited about this historical hotel event thing with the celebrity, on which we're going to be going to later, and we're going to be taking the Facebook Live to that brilliant festival event thing. So we're really, really excited about that. Obviously, it's a very festive time at the moment as well. Hence my hat, which they are selling down at Bruton Market. But this is a very exclusive part of the market. It's the Russian section. And this is made out of rabbit. But the woman there, Bianca, she told me that no rabbits were hurt that much when they were killed for the hat or something. It was like they killed them really well. So I'm really happy because it looks so nice, didn't it?
It looks so nice. And also, like, Bruton Market wants you to know that if you should have a rash break out, that it is unrelated to these hats.
That's right, because mine was a coincidence, and they wanted me to point that out to you. I've got a bit of extra makeup on on this side because it was quite angry, wasn't it, that rash that I had when I bought this hat? But
It was
it's just a
like,
coincidence.
it was really, honestly, like, I was looking at you and I was like, if you were in my mirror in the morning, I might not be able to like talk myself down from being afraid.
Yeah, I know. But thank God for Charlotte Tilbury, eh?
Oh, you're flawless, you know.
That's right, thank you. But I said Charlotte Tilbury. Thank God for Charlotte Tilbury. Maybe if she is watching today, what do I mean? Maybe Charlotte. If you want me to recommend any more of your makeup goodness, then I will be doing that, and I can do that for you. It'd be a pleasure. We'll get to the back of the queue. Right, Kylie?
Yeah, I mean, we have like so many deals and opportunities for, most importantly, we are the chief spokesambassadors for Bruton Meats. And Bruton Meats would like you to know that for the holidays, now is a great time to bring home a turkey.
That's right, because my dad, Colin, he is another local celebrity because he is the butcher. And he wanted us to say, thank you very much to you, Kylie, for starting that basically he did over order the turkeys for Thanksgiving. And there's still a lot of them in our garden that he thinks they do look really tasty. Actually, they're really fat. And he'd like to then say that they are going to be brilliant for the festive season as well. So do get down and get your turkeys, because I want to go out in the garden. I can't get out there.
If you want any help slaughtering your turkey, you can ask at the desk at Bruton Meats, and they will send out one of their several reality show contestant under butchers to your home to slaughter the animal in front of your family.
Yeah, it's the best way these days, because we believe in organic, we believe in goodness, we believe in natural things. So to see an animal slaughtered in front of your eyes that you're gonna eat is probably the best thing that you can see if you're gonna eat it. You know, you just don't know what's going on at these factories. It's better to just see that slaughter right there. It's almost like the pre-starter, as it were, really, isn't it, to your meal? But yeah, well worth it.
New comment. Dear Kelly and Kylie, this is Elaine Masterson of Bruton Flowers. I am very distressed because I have sent you 16 bushels of my best roses and you have not once mentioned me on your program. Please explain.
Bruton Flowers.
They are the best flowers. Elaine Masterson is a master of floristry. Fluorescence. Fluorescence. She knows how to cut a branch.
My boyfriend really loves the flowers at Bruton Flowers because they know to make him 2 bouquets, one for me and one for his grandmother or something, every time he comes in.
Yeah, it's definitely for his grandmother. It's not for anybody else.
It's always fun to receive roses. It doesn't
Get down to Bruton Flowers. Okay, great, everyone. That's really great. I mean, if I'm on...
New comment. Charlotte Tilbury, blue tick. Hear that you're looking for some promotion. When you get to 10,000 followers, contact me, darling. Tatty bye.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, of our 3 people watching, one of them is freaking Charlotte Tilbury.
Well, the thing is I know she was a fake because she said her name was Charlotte Tilbury and the actual real name is Charlotte Tilbury. So I know that was a fake. So that's where they've got to watch what they say, because they know I know these things. I love her makeup and a lot of people call her Charlotte Tilbury, but that's not actually her name. So I'm waiting for the real one to come up soon.
Whenever we get makeup samples sent to us, Kelly gets to test them out first. But one time she gave me the white eyeliner she didn't want from Charlotte Tilbury, and it made my whole look.
Yeah, you own that, babes. You really do own that. It's really good. And that's another book that that Kylie is bringing out. How to do white eyeliner. You're going to be bringing that out but to boost our new business, which is called New Biz. And it's to launch new businesses. Now we've had different ebooks that we brought out recently, and Kylie has just brought out the new one about how to do white eyeliner. It's quite short, isn't it, the book?
Yeah, it is quite short, but I am told that the advice is like very simple.
Yeah, it's really good. I've read it. So yeah, you should buy that. Now the thing is because of the we're trying to help new businesses, because we want to say, oh, look at us, like we're so successful, and people look at us and say, oh, you're so successful, you two. How do you have such a great small business, or many small businesses, really, don't they?
So many, yeah.
So because of the thing is I've been talking to Kylie, and my new business that I want to launch is a glasses company.
Oh my God.
So I love these, and I think that they are really understated, and I really want to make some glasses like these. I will put out there that I have not designed these ones, but I want to make some as good as this. But I was trying to think, what other occasions could you have glasses for, and what could they say?
One occasion could be Jane Austen's birthday, and it could say, "Go Jane."
Yeah, that's good. But it's quite specific though, just for her. I mean, would be the only one that would want that?
I
Jane.
want to wear them to the gathering.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and I was
Okay,
thinking,
how
yeah, I was
about
thinking, yeah,
dog glasses
yeah. What do they do? They're glasses
for
like dogs, or you
dogs?
could see another dog through them, or what is it?
Can it be both?
Yeah. Okay, write that down.
Okay.
And also, what I was thinking is, this says ho ho ho. I was thinking like you could actually have like ones that say like positivity things, like oh, you're the boss, and things like that, like really
How about
encouraging.
go bitch?
Yeah, things like that are really good. And then that could actually be one of the dog ones as well, go bitch. So yeah, so we can,
Because
yeah,
dogs are so nasty, their temperament sometimes.
yeah. Oh yeah, so we might have to make smaller ones for them.
Oh, I don't think so.
Oh,
Like,
okay. Well, write
don't
that
treat the
down.
dogs like they're lesser just because they're not humans.
Yeah. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to have a look at, we've had a post here from someone that's come in, and we like to be the bearer of all news. We basically are like the news, we are the influencers, the fashionistas, everything, you name it, we're it. So, people want to send things our way. So there's something here that I saw, which is a really great post here, and this is by Ashira, and they say, if you work in a school, you can apply for a free jazz musician to come to your school setting in Bruton in 2022. Now that's brilliant, and there's a link there, and it's called Jazz on Tour, Trinity Laban. So you a really nice helpful thing there. If you are at a school, you can have a jazz musician come to the school. That's really, really helpful. I mean, I used to just play the recorder at school, and then I wanted to play. Oh, I'm actually gonna just let you just meet that person. Yeah, hang on a sec.
What's the haps, pussycat? I am an educator and a real cool kitty. Listen to me. There was a time when the arts were not appreciated in schools. That time is over. You hear me, pussycats? Because why? Because you can apply to have a musician like myself come to school. Why do I do it? Because music inspires me. Because music fills me with joy. Because the music flows through my body from tip to tail and out and back in and through, and kids need to hear it. Bum, bum, bum. Shh. Percussion. You hear that? That's what that is. It's got a resonant quality. Do your kids know those words? I bet they don't. Shh. Bring me to your school.
Wow, I mean, I never had anything like that in my day. I mean, God, what a cool cat. Oh dear, I don't know. Yeah, I just used to have the recorder, but I'd get in there. Kids are so lucky these days; they can have all sorts. And jazz is just so. I find it actually quite boring, jazz, if I'm honest with you. But some people really like it. All right, babes. Oh, I can't hear you, babes. What you saying?
I
Oh.
went to go ask my boyfriend why you have the same bouquet of roses as I do again today. And he said that I really need to stop being so jealous and just focus on myself. So I got myself a massage stone from Bruton Spa.
I think that's such a nice idea. It's lovely. I think it's a really nice idea that you treated yourself like that. There's loads of coincidences that I've got always have the same bouquet.
I did notice another posting on our community board. It's pretty amazing. It's by a girl named Lizzie Stevens, who I've met and is interesting. So it says, hi all. Does anyone know a good Tyler/bathroom fitter? I'm 75% of the way through having a new bathroom, and my Tyler has hurt his leg and can't work for a few weeks. Crying emoji. Has this ever happened to you? Where you think that you've contracted somebody for a goods or service, and then they're unable to render it as contracted, and you're like, what is up with that? I needed, and I just go no.
All right. I'm Brian. Yeah, been helping that Lizzie down at number 22. Bloody doing her tiles, doing her tiles. Bust me knee. Or so she thinks. Truth be told, can't stand the woman. Absolutely can't stand her. I'm like, who is this person on this job? Do you know what I mean? A woman trying to tell me how to do my job. She's like, oh, don't you think you should put some spacers in between those tiles? Oh, do you think that digger will fit in there? Because that's 3 meters and that's 2 meters. I'm like, excuse me, love, make us a bacon sandwich and a cup of tea and know your place. Do you know what I mean? Oh my God. So she didn't like it, did she? She's telling me all this. She does do a really good bacon sandwich and a really good cup of tea. I've had about 20 cups of tea every day for the last 2 weeks. I mean, just don't really do anything for the first 2 weeks, do you? That's just what you do on the job. Then she started getting all like, where, oh, hang on a minute. How you haven't done this, you haven't done that. So I'm like, look, love, do you want to dig that out yourself? Because you didn't ask me to dig that out. And she's like, yes, I did. And I'm like, no, you didn't, love. And I mean, it started off lovely. We were schmoozing, everything was great. And then, she came out with all her feminist stuff, trying to tell us that we were misogynistic, trying to tell us that, oh, look, you just don't know what you're doing. Excuse me, love. Go back to the kitchen sink. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, in the end, I just said, look, lads, I'm going to pretend I've hurt my leg. Got her to pay up front. bish bash bosh, I'm off. We're off on holiday, limping as far as she could see. That's it. On to the next.
You know, I once tried to pay that contractor to like just like come to my house and like spend time with me because like I was lonely and it didn't work. He said that I needed to have like a job for him to not do. So yeah.
Oh, all right, babes. How are you? I was just I was just brushing my fur. It was looking a
That
bit flat,
bunny like carcass looks like so good against your blonde hair. It's so
doesn't
pretty.
it? Doesn't it? Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this thing then, like later, this historical thing, like, so like what do we wear then? Like just this?
Well, if you take a look at some of the fashions I am modeling at the moment, you can see that this is a historically accurate top hat headband, which they wore for like garnish on their
Oh
head.
yeah, I think I've seen that before, yeah. In like
And
films about
nothing
old people.
says like historical, like a really like good coat, like trench coat or shawl collared coat or a coat with like little buttons that have like hearts on them, you know? Because I look like I walked straight out of like 1920.
40, 40,
Yeah.
24.
New comment. I will be heading down from the wilds of North Yorkshire for the Jane Austen reenactment. But as well as looking for my own Mr. Darcy, I was wondering where the best places to stay in Bruton are. I've heard that you are the gals in the know. Smiley face emoji.
That is such an exciting comment because we are so the girls in the know.
Oh my God. And also, Kylie, I've just realised Mr. Darcy, it's the one from Bridget Jones, isn't it?
That's Colin Firth. Oh my God, I am
God, he's
so
coming, Colin Firth is coming here.
okay. I called dibs because you never mind.
No, you can't call dibs on Colin Firth because you have a boyfriend that buys you
But you called
bouquets.
dibs on my boyfriend.
I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, so I absolutely am going to have Colin Firth for myself. Oh my God, Colin Firth. He's quite fit, you know, isn't he?
Places to stay. Might I recommend this charming little Airbnb that's being let out above Bruton Meats by Kelly's dad, Colin.
Yes, it's lovely. You will be sharing it with me and Colin, and my mum, Barbara. But she's such a good cook, and you get free meat. And imagine the breakfast you get in the morning. It's really good, and it's like £240 a night, which I think is like really good because you get all of the extra like really good meat and stuff. And you get to help out in the shop as well if you're lucky.
Alternatively, if you don't care about free meat, which like I can't imagine, we do
Nobody.
have a youth hostel that has only been twice cited for public health violations within the last month and is therefore doing 150% better than it was doing this time last year.
There were a few things happened.
New comment. This is the real Charlotte Tilbury. I once met Colin Firth as he was coming out of a Sephora getting foundation. More importantly, for all of you usurping my good name, my lures are out there. Kelly, lunch soon. Ta-ta.
Oh my God, that is the real one. Oh my God, that's the real one. And she wants to do a lunch with me.
She didn't say anything about my eyeliner.
But she wants to do lunch with me though.
Do you
Oh
ever
my
feel
God.
like you're living a life that's like pointless and nihilistic?
I love life. Hashtag loving life.
You've
Charlotte,
been,
I'll arrange lunch with you, and oh my God, and she knows Colin Firth as well, and then we'll have stuff to talk about.
well, it's time for me to go and prep for my historically accurate period costume, which I will be wearing to this event, where I will be best friends with Jane Austen.
Okay, I think you should do that in a minute because I've seen that there's another post that I really want to read before we
Oh,
go off and do that. So do you mind if I read
okay.
it out?
Okay.
Okay,
You read it out.
because I think it's really important. So the post is from Sarah, and she says, looking for a hot chocolate maker, preferably brand new. Also, after any baking/kitchen equipment, if you do have anything, please get in touch. All for an aspiring chef. So that's good. She's basically asking people to give her things for free because she wants to become a chef, but a hot chocolate maker, preferably brand new. Yeah.
Look, parenting, it's hard. If you're a successful woman in this world, which I am, no doubt I am, then you don't have time to hover over them or whatever it is that people do who have no job. So what do? I'm a dynamic parent. That's what I call myself. I'm a dynamic parent. I channel my kids' energies and unrequited affections into hobbies and pastimes, including chefery or whatever the F they call that. You know what I mean? It's a little method I patented when I shunted some bitterness and attachment issues that emerged right in the middle of a very important IPO for me, but also in tandem with my kid's infancy. I shunted those into a very active interest in toy trains, which I have only now been able to get him to stop sucking on, though he is now 17. Anyway, I've got this kid. He's got time on his hands. He's angsty. What do? I give him a butcher knife and I say, get cooking. Get cooking, buddy. And then I thought, well, maybe less with the knives. So I recalibrated that a little bit. And what I've got going on now is desserts. That's right. That seems a little bit more innocuous, right? Like you can't be afraid of a kid who makes cupcakes. You can't be afraid of a kid who makes cupcakes or hot chocolate. Yeah, what can I say? That's a successful parenting strategy from a successful woman. So you're welcome.
Cool. Well, I mean, her post and everything about the convo that was going on that, I would not mess with her. Let me tell you, I would not mess with her. So if anyone has got a hot chocolate maker, what is a hot chocolate maker? I thought that's you with some chocolate and a bambarie. Isn't that what they're called? You know, the things, they go like, it's like water, like in a bowl. Colin, my dad told me this, and it's water, hot water, and then you melt chocolate over that because of the steam and all that, because otherwise you'll burn the chocolate. But I don't know what a hot chocolate maker is.
I utilize the traditional method of hot chocolate making, in which you whisk milk and warmed chocolate in a molcajete until it gets to a frothy place, and then you slowly reintroduce that foam to the heat, and as it evaporates, you lick it.
That sounds really good.
People
Really
tell me
good.
that, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Great. So yeah. So I'm very excited. We're getting ready to go to the Jane Austen reenactment,
To
aren't we?
Well, we do have, it's just up to you whether you want me to, because we had one more announcement,
Oh yeah, right. Why don't you read it? We'll
okay.
have one more. We've got time for one more announcement, and then we're gonna go over to the Jane Austen reenactment.
Well, her name is like definitely something, right? I just don't know
Yeah,
quite like what
Jane.
it might be. Okay, so this is from a woman named Barbara Archer. She says, last minute Christmas gifts? Remains of a Christmas fair. Bargains galore, including two M&S Hessian Santa sacks for $5, a Victorian-style photo album for £4. I'm sorry, I don't know dollars and pounds. Artisan pottery bowl with acorn design, £4. Two silvered glass votive holders at £5 a pair. Two lovely scarves at £4 each. I would like a lovely scarf. Four vintage beaded evening bags at £3 each. Green, navy, red patterned scarf with green suede gloves for £8. A sweet teddy bear for £10. And Christmas gift boxes, assorted prices. That's the kind of deal that like is like once in a lifetime that I basically live for. Like I am always looking around for people selling like vintage beaded handbags for under £10. I'm thinking to myself, like these people don't know that that's gold that they've got, and like most of the time the bags don't work.
Get your oranges, get your oranges, get your apples, get your apples, 4 apples a pound, get your apples, put them in a bag, put them in a bag, put them in a bag. Apples, I got fish, I got apples, I got apples, I got fish. Anything you want on this market store, I've got it. All right, everyone there, my name is Babs. How are you? I'll just straighten up my hat. Oh, there we go. That's right, Babs, the market stall holder. That's me. Okay, what I got here now? What I got here. Remains if you want a Christmas present, you want some Christmas presents. Hey, who wants a Christmas present? You want a Christmas present? Who wants a Christmas present? Down in the market stall, who wants a Christmas present? Okay, well, we've got two Hessian Santa sacks, £5 each, £5 each for your Hessian sacks. You all M&S Hessian sacks there for you. Victorian style photo album. Oh yes, you would like that, wouldn't you? Yeah, you put some old photos in that, wouldn't you? All your old Victorian photo album. All that might come in handy later. Oh yeah. Artisan pottery bowl, acorn design. Oh, I'll have that. Yeah, one of those. £4. Two silver wine votive cold holders in £5 a pair. Yeah, I'll have one of those. Four vintage beaded handbags. Do you want some beaded vintage handbags? Just your four. You know, we got the art fair coming up and the reenactments of the Jane Eyres and the Jane Austens and all the Janes. And we got those coming up. You could wear that. I've got that. Two for a pound. Up yours, down yours, left, right, centre. Bye.
That guy is so dynamic. Like I feel like that guy should be friends with that other parent, and then they could have like really dynamic kids who know how to cook. Anyway, I should be a matchmaker. Maybe that can be one of my new businesses.
It could be, babes, but I'll tell you another thing that could be is blimmin' timekeeping. We've got to go because we've got to set up our stall for the thing. And then we've got to set up our Facebook Live to go on the blimmin' the reenactment festival.
Okay, fans, if you're coming out to the birthday party, happy History Day.
History reenactment.
Please
play.
comment here and let us know while we get changed and like get ready to like make an entrance.
Yes. Okay, we'll see you on the other side, everyone. We'll see you over at the thing, the history thing.
It's in history.
In history. Thank you. See you on the other side.
Bye. Yeah.
Bye.
Hey, I'm the main cosplayer for this Jane thing.
Oh, right. Okay. It's interesting. Is that plastic? Is that a plastic jacket?
Yeah, I mean it's crinkly. I think it's plastic.
I mean, it's snazzy. But do you know what? Do you know what I'm not? Do you know what I'm not? I'm not a stickler. I'm not a stickler. Most of the Austin fans, I tell you, they wouldn't have any of it. But I say, if Jane was here today, what would she be doing? What would she be wearing? And I tell you, it could possibly, potentially, maybe that.
Oh no, this isn't my costume. I'm wearing some big velvet thing. I'm just looking for anyone that knows what's going on.
Oh, right. Okay. But I mean, you do you, as they say. Yes, no, I'm just here as a connoisseur, as they say. Yeah.
I like your hat. It's kind of like a big, I don't know, rabbit on your head.
Oh yes, it's a rabbit. Yes, yeah, yes. Actual rabbit.
Real.
No, it's not real. Well, it was real, but now it's not.
Sorry, I'm vegan and I'm just kind of having issue with your separation.
Oh, right. I see. Oh, yeah. Well, you might want to keep that distance, as they say. Where I'm staying, I tell you, I've never eaten so much meat. Full on got the meat sweat. you might be able to smell it.
Yeah, I can.
Well,
yeah.
But tell you what, it's exciting, isn't it? They've done a cracking job. See that COVID? See that architrave? That's genuine. Yeah. That's genuine.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh. I'm not really actually into all this stuff. It's just, for me, it's just like a paycheck. So it's cool you are, though. That's neat.
Right. So you are not familiar with the 6 seminal works of Jane Austen?
Does she write sex novels?
Well, I wouldn't call them sex novels, but they were, as they say, pretty edgy back in the day.
Well, you said they were seminal?
Oh, right. Yes. No, that would be seminal. Seminal. They don't have semen in them. No. They have a man in a lake. A man climbs out of a pond.
Like an undead sort of zombie situation? Is that?
No, he's just naked in a pond, and yeah.
But no semen.
No. Well, I mean, I don't want to. I don't want to comment on another man's excretions, but no, it's not explicitly written that he really finds solace in the water.
Edit. Hi. Hi. Yeah. Are you Kylie?
Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't be able to recognize me because I'm in my costume. But
I know, but it's your eyeliner, because you always do your eyeliner so nice. I've seen it. It's the white eyeliner, and I've got your ebook.
well,
Yeah.
ye lady is quite kind and fair to be saying such nice things about mine eyeliner.
Oh, that's lovely. It's really nice how you're talking. It's nice because I've come for the next Jane Austen top model competition.
Oh my God, there is a top model competition.
Yeah,
I should wear my gray then.
Yeah, because I heard that like Jane Austen was like this person that like wore a lot of really cool things,
You
and
think
I
she was like that? Like, does this look
oh,
like?
that's so cool. That's really cool. Oh right, I've got competition.
Oh no, I wouldn't consider you competition.
I wouldn't consider you competition either.
Oh, you're so sweet. Like, that's so sweet of you. Cause like,
Thank you. Thank you. You're so really nice.
I think
Um,
you're like so genuine. You remind me of you fair ladies of yonder day.
yeah, because Fi somebody a man over there an admirer from the side told me that I was fair and that I could be
Wait,
Jane Austen next top model.
was that the guy? Was that the guy who said that to you? It's my boyfriend. He's
Oh,
just like so supportive of other women.
he
That's
was
so great.
so supportive of me, and he was really like he was really encouraging and said that we could talk about everything and all aspects of the competition afterwards, like over a drink, which I thought was really really nice. But I'm not going to be I don't drink alcohol because it's really bad for my skin, and if I want to be the next top model, I think like in Jane Austen times they like drank like mead.
Like, I'm pretty sure they hadn't invented like meat or soap yet, so I don't know what you mean.
Oh, did they drink mead or did they drink meat?
I don't understand the difference.
I don't know.
All I
Um,
know is like when I want to get myself into like the mindset of a historical lady, I just like wake up, look in the mirror, say you're a boss bitch, and then I like just like put in my earrings and do my historical eyeliner.
that's lovely. But just to say that a lady would not use a term such as bitch because she would be too posh.
They would like they most certainly use the term like bitch. They're like you whelps or bitches and that was like just like they had a crudeness in the time because it was rougher then everybody didn't have bread.
They didn't have bread, and they would say like ninny muggins and things like that, I think.
Yeah, like totally.
Hi.
I'm so sorry. It's just I'm kind of the head historian of the Jane Austen Festival, and you two are wildly inaccurate. How would you even drink meat?
Well, they put it in a blender.
I find that your attitude you're very nice. Are you judging the competition for Jane Austen Next Top Model?
I absolutely am, and I will have you both know there is going to be a historical component to it.
Well, of course there is, ye fair lady.
Yes,
Might I ask,
I
you look quite fetching in your unmarried spinsterdom.
and Fi, I see that there are bridges made of bricks and somebody coming over it on a horse and carriage.
Will your hands never be clean?
Edit. Yeah, no, but Cassandra, I mean, I'm goddamn fucking Colin Firth. I can't be going to any more of these bloody signings and reenactments. You know, I need to leave Darcy behind. All right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. No, there's people coming. There's people coming. No, I've got to go. Got to pretend to be nice.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Hi. You're
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
oh my god. Oh my god, you're just like him. Oh my gosh, Mr. Darcy.
Yes, it's you can just call me Colin. You can just call me Colin. It's absolutely fine.
What? You're Mr. Darcy.
I played Mr. Darcy, but now I'm now here. I'm just Colin, just plain old Colin.
Oh,
Bertie.
like your middle name or your first name.
Yeah, no, my first name is Colin.
And your
I'm
last
an
name is Darcy.
Yes, it's Colin Darcy. Pleasure to make your acquaintance, Madame.
Like, if we could just pretend we're in a field and you just realized that you love me and I realized I was wrong about you.
You want to go off and come on? Okay. Go away and come on?
That would be great. That would be
Okay.
great. Okay.
Stay there. For fuck's sake. Well, here we are, Elizabeth.
Oh my gosh, your face looks just like, and when it actually happened, you're like, this here's, okay, I'm not a professional like you.
Right,
Mr. Darcy.
Take a breath.
I am an independent woman and I found that I'm in love with you.
Oh, right. What ho, tally forth. Well, it seems that I'm in love with you as well, Miss Bennett.
You're filming, right? Okay.
Sorry, babe. I got a little issue with this. Who is this guy?
It's Mr. Darcy.
You trying to chat up my girl, pal?
No, for misunderstanding. I'm Colin Firth. I played Mr. Darcy in Pride and
Okay.
Prejudice.
He's Mr. Darcy. Bradley, be cool. This is my moment. You didn't even want to come.
Well, no, it's a chick thing, but I don't want you talking to this guy.
I mean, I would just like to say that Jane Austen is a writer for all genders. It's it's very masculine text.
Mr. Darcy, you just took the words out of my mouth. Do you want to go maybe read Persuasion together and have a pint?
I guess it very much depends on. I don't know. You've got your chap here's got a bit of a stare that's kind of.
This is my moment. This is my moment. Don't take this from me.
I don't know if you saw my.
We'll talk later.
Don't know if you saw my.
Excuse me. There's a queue here, and we've all we all want to see Colin Firth Darcy, don't we? So can you hurry it along? Because I've paid 25 quid.
Absolutely. Come on, babe. We're going.
No, we're leaving together.
What?
Mr.
Colin Firth? I will take you down later.
Bradley, that's not even his name. Stop it.
Look, just hurry up.
Mr. Darcy, this is your chance.
We will always know. We will always know. But you must go, follow, and do what society tells you to do, and follow that redneck boyfriend of yours.
I'll see you in the parking lot first.
Could
Taking this with me forever.
Don't think he's aware that I was a fencing champion at Eton.
Wait. I love Bridget Jones.
yeah.
You're a fan of my contemporary work, I see.
Yeah, and Kylie wore her apron. Kylie's worn her apron to be like Jane Jones, Bridget Austen.
It's like up Downton Abbey.
Is
Right,
that
yeah,
what you're in?
yeah.
Were you in that as well?
That was Hugh Bonneville. That was Hugh Bonneville.
Mhm.
But I have to say, I like your hat, madam.
Oh, thank you. I wore it specially for you because I know that you like rabbits.
I do. I like women who wear rabbits on their head.
Thank you. My dad has
Can I
said
smell meat?
yeah, I'm really happy that you noticed because my dad's given me a bag of meat for you. And there's a roast turkey in there and a raw live one as well.
A raw live dragon.
Yeah. Yeah, and he said he'd come round to your house and slaughter it for you, if you wanted.
Well, it all depends. Will you be accompanying him?
Uh,
Kylie,
uh,
Does she need
I'm
help?
sorry about her. Yeah, when she wears that apron, it does something to her.
When you wear that
Okay,
hat, it does something to me.
let me just take down your number and I'll call you about the turkey slaughtering.
Can I just say, I enjoy the Charlotte Tilbury rose blush lipstick you're wearing.
Oh my God, all my dreams have come true altogether.
I'll bid you adieu for now.
Adieu.
To you and you and
Adieu.
you.
Goodbye, everyone. I love you.
I think I kept my cool like during that. Like I was like very cool and like
He didn't notice you. He only had eyes for me.
I
I'm
just
gonna go round to his house and slaughter his turkey.
is that a euphemism?
No, I'm actually gonna go round and slaughter his turkey.
You're just trying to psych me out when I'm trying to be Miss Jane Austen, like historical top model.
You're still my friend.
Yes.
I'll see you next time.
Yes.
All right.
All
I'll
right.
make sure I take a little thing like a souvenir from his house and I'll give it to you.
Okay. I did I win?
I bid you adieu.
Goodbye.
The end.
Yep. That's right.
Oh my goodness. What a remarkable whirlwind. Thank you so much to Crate and the creators. What a wonderful raucous hour. I learned a lot. I have
Come on,
some
everyone, quickly.
reality shows that I'd like to submit for. Yes, please take your virtual curtain call. Always wonderful to have you here on Highwire Improv. Thank you so much for being here, and we'll see you again sometimes very soon. I think.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
So
you.
much. Yes.
Thank you.
And for just a moment, we'll have a brief interlude. We are going to do another hour here in just a moment. It's going to be really great. Before we do, once again, I'll mention we have some special shows the rest of the month. Normally, we don't have shows on Wednesday and Saturday evenings. What we do as part of our Fa La La Laughs festival for the winter period, and we also have a wonderful set of Christmas shows as part of Black Joy Fridays. We have a special cakewalk show on the 17th, and on the 18th we have the Black Hallmark Christmas special. That's going to be a lot of fun. So do check out the schedule. If you ever are wondering what's coming up on Highwire Improv, you can just subscribe to the YouTube channel and you can find out more about what's happening there. You can also look us up on Facebook and Instagram, and we post like all the time. but not like too much where it's annoying, like once, maybe 1.5 times per day. So you get just a perfect balance in the algorithm of useful information and occasional laughter. So highly recommend you do that. And I've now used my requisite 100 seconds of promotion time, and I'm excited to bring forth our next act for the evening. They are a wonderful group. It's going to be a genre shift. I won't say more than that, but it's going to be a shift, and you're going to really enjoy it. So please welcome to the stage the wonderful folks from No Pants Improv.
Well, thank you for that wonderful introduction. We're so pleased to be able to join you today. We are No Pants Improv, and we've also brought with us a very special guest from the other side of the pond, Mr. Sam Bowles. Thank you very much, Sam, for joining us today. Yes, exactly. Golf claps, proper golf claps all around. We're also very excited to have Kristen Drenning with us. Again, you may have seen her in the past hour making a lightning shift over to us. We are performing for you today Jane Austen-inspired horror. I don't know what else to say about it other than that. I think that speaks for itself. What we'd like to do is to hopefully, if you see us and would like to mention something in the chat, and our lovely tech people at Highwire can transmit that through the tubes of the interweb to us, we're interested in a problem that a Regency era family, a Jane Austen era family might have in their life. I believe we in the past had something like an illegitimate heir to the fortune. Well, that sounds like a perfect beginning to a story. I'm seeing lots of inspiration amongst my castmates. So without any further goings on, I'd like to present to you Jane Austen horror, an illegitimate heir to the fortune.
Mummy, oh.
Yes, darling.
Father, did you know, and Mummy, did you know that, have you heard about the new entry at Darrowfield Hall, Mr. Highlands? You have introduced yourself, haven't you, Father?
Introduced myself. I suppose I'll get around to it eventually. You do know, young Olivia, that I'm a busy man. I have the entire Worthington Partridge estate to manage. That's a combination of the Worthington estate and the Partridge estate.
Now, please, darling Olivia, do notice that you're at a ball and you can't be pestering your father for introductions. They'll be made in good time, should they be appropriate.
Yes, Mummy, of course. It's just that it is such a lovely inheritance, and there are so few, well, you know what I'm saying, so few opportunities for a young woman of my gifts.
I told you never to speak of those in good company.
Olivia, we are in a public space. The last thing I need on my mind after managing the entire Worthington estate and the entire Partridge estate is to be upon your case, following you around, making sure that you don't spill your family secret. We keep that quiet.
Of course, Father and Mother, of course.
I do hope to see you dancing and enjoying yourself and in no way embarrassing our family tonight, please, my darling.
Yes, of course.
No rituals, no strange. I've said too much.
Of course. I can't imagine under what circumstances you do believe that I could possibly perform a ritual at such a beautiful space like this.
Olivia, we don't use that word in polite company.
Oh.
Especially, give me that. I can see you've got a bit of chalk in your coat. We are not to draw pentagrams upon the floor of the ballroom. Hand it over.
Yes, Father, of course.
I say there's quite a number of sweet young ladies. I think that you should try and make their acquaintance and play nicely with them, so to speak, and
Yes, Mummy,
be
I'll
social.
do just that.
And certainly
I'll do just that.
no talk of arrangements, no talk of marriage, just socializing. Yes.
Oh, I do worry about our daughter so. She is so burdened.
I cannot imagine the terror that would befall us if she were ever to fall in love. Ugh,
We must do everything we can to prevent that.
precisely. Now, I shall go back to my papers. And oh, I believe I see a cheese platter over there. Don't mind if I do.
Brother,
Oh, yes. I did. What was it that you were just saying now, Jennifer?
well, you know, I have condescended to attend the Wickers Ball, but I will tell you again, I do not approve of young Olivia, and you are not to socialize with her, whatever.
Well, I shall socialize with whom I please. I feel like, as Lord Worthington, that I should be able to do something of that sort.
No, you've always been headstrong. Your whole life, you're just off doing whatever you want. No one can give you any advice. You know what? That's fine. You want to socialize with young Olivia? You do what you want. But I will tell you this, there's something weird about that girl. She scares me. She is off-putting. There's something not right about her, and her parents are covering it up. I'm sure of it.
I think that I've only seen her from afar, of course. We haven't been formally introduced, but I have seen her riding across the moor through the mist, usually sometime in the early hours of the morning from the window of our estate.
Oh,
And
Charles, such a romantic. Really.
I can tell you, she does look lovely.
All young women look lovely when they know how to properly sit a horse, Charles.
Yes, I suppose that's right.
Indeed.
Oh, you do always know best, Jennifer. Oh, I suppose I should trust your judgment in these things, shouldn't I?
Well, I shall attend the ball to keep an eye on you, but I will keep off the dance floor and keep off from that Wicker family, whatever. I don't trust them, to be honest with you. There's something going on there.
Very good. Well, I think that our footmen are getting us nearly to the gates, from what I can tell, anyway. Perhaps we should be prepared to be seen.
Okay.
Very good.
Let's go.
Yes. Ah,
I'm
lady,
sorry. I'm sorry.
Lady Partridge.
Yes.
It's my honor to be invited to your ball. I've
Oh.
heard wonderful things.
Of course you have. Of course you have. We, the Worthington Partridge family, are known for our hospitality and our eccentricities, perhaps, but we do throw a great ball, normally
Indeed,
filled with guests, and yet I see so few.
it's most peculiar. I hear your lovely daughter Livia has invented this wondrous new dance that all of the young ladies locally are talking about.
She led the young ladies in a dance.
Indeed, it looked most unusual.
My Lord Earl Wyndham, I entreat you to seek safety, perhaps behind a closed door.
That is a most peculiar request.
I
But
ask only that you preserve your life.
I, as the host of this event, I can only honor your most peculiar request. I shall leave you now then.
Well, just stay away from. I'm sorry. I've said too much. Olivia.
Okay.
I'm going to find her.
I shall leave
Mummy?
you.
Olivia.
Mummy,
Did you lead the young ladies in a dance?
it was just a little dance. It was quite lovely. It was
And where
that
are
ball.
the young ladies?
Oh, hello. I'm a model. And it was lovely because Olivia led me in a dance, but my hand, I touched her hand and it felt electric almost. And my hand, it feels so. It feels so.
Miss, oh,
You've
Miss Elizabeth.
Olivia.
Oh dear. Hmm.
What have you done, Olivia?
I've done nothing. I've done nothing, Mummy. Just, oh, it's terrible. She's on the floor. Oh no.
Livia, I am just now returned from the other room where I was enjoying a wonderful cheese platter, only to see that the floor is littered with corpses. Again. And I found this young lady choking as she attempted to stumble out of the side room. Look at this lady. Do you recognize the injuries which she has sustained?
Well, of course I do, Father. Although I had nothing to do with it. I think it's this terrible curse on this house has descended once again, and poof, all the people are dying. It's quite awful.
Livia, this happens every single time that we hold a ball.
I know.
The entire town of Worthington has dropped precipitously in population since we've started holding them, and I am almost to the point of beginning to consider not having balls anymore.
Oh no, Daddy, you can't do that.
I'm with your father on this one. Now, please, Lady Jennifer and her charming seed are coming to visit, and I entreat you to please spare them.
Please, Livia, keep them alive.
Lord, typical Lord Worthington Partridge buggers off when I arrive.
Oh, if it isn't great Lord Marmaduke.
You can just call me Marmaduke Darcy. Just call me Darcy. Cressida.
Marmaduke Darcy.
Oh, Darcy.
I'll leave you to meet my charming daughter, Olivia. Don't be careful.
I don't think I've had the pleasure.
Oh, sir, because we have not been formally introduced, I must bow away. I do apologize. And I will say, if you would like to meet my father, he awaits you perhaps in the study. And if you are interested in a small dance, I'm sure that, well, it could be obliged.
Indeed.
And perhaps you do want to touch my hand.
Well, of course. No, we must not. We must not. I feel I'm slightly taken. Breath.
Oh dear, something is wrong. What could it be? Oh my. Oh no.
Mr. Wyndham, I apologize for the state of the ballroom. Being as it is, covered in, well, it's best if you don't go out there and look. I know that you've only recently moved to the town of Worthington, named after half of my family, the Worthington Partridges, and our ways may seem unusual to you.
Indeed.
Now, why don't we attempt to socialize in here instead of going out to that stuffy old ballroom filled as it is with the bodies of the people who are definitely having a most exquisite time dancing, even though you cannot hear them at the moment. Why don't we socialize in here? Tell me about your family, Mr. Wyndham, Earl Wyndham.
Well, my family is a very, very old family, of course. We track our line back to the old Baruch family of the Bavarian region of Germany, of course. But when we were anointed earls by Charles himself, we became honorary members of this area, of course.
I believe I have seen many of your relatives in our peerage book. Why, take a look at this. Page 294. The Borough family line leads directly, oh, I see, right here, into the Wyndhams. How fantastic. Hey, I had no idea you were of such high breeding.
Yes.
In my inestimable respect for you, I must ask you, Earl Wyndham, are you currently married or in search of a partner?
I am currently unmarried and, well, there is a certain matter of my inheritance that is tied up in marriage in the right terms. I need to make the correct connection, of course.
Well, I'm sure that in a town of such estimable peerage as Worthington, you will have no difficulty at all securing such a connection. I
feel my great aunt would find the current behavior here most peculiar and might not approve.
Oh, well, I must reassure you in that case that everything that occurs here in the town of Worthington, why, a nascent city, one might even say, on its way to becoming as large and as filled with wonderful things as Bath itself. In this town, we do hold to our social traditions, we do hold to our norms, and we are respectable. I implore you to weight lightly the evidence that you have seen to the contrary, and please listen to my words. No matter what else you have heard about this place, no matter what else you have seen, we are respectable.
Very well. You shall have to introduce me to the local traditions, and perhaps the ministry can give me some rest on this matter.
Why, certainly. My cousin Charles Worthington, is of the ministry himself. He is an inestimable vicar, possessed of an incredible amount of knowledge of the holy books, the holy works of our Lord, and he is very, very respectable. In fact, I do believe I've heard his carriage pull up outside. Why don't we go and meet him and completely avoid the ballroom for the rest of the night altogether?
Oh, sublime. That would be most agreeable to meet such a holy man.
Yes. Well, this is quite a lovely ballroom. It's these moments when I find myself missing the trappings of lordship. Sadly, my older brother got that title, and I am but a mere reverend of a...
Oh, Charles, just stop bothering everyone with your whining about not being firstborn. It's quite embarrassing.
Hello, welcome to our humble abode. Please, there's no more dancing because all the musicians have died, but perhaps there is lovely cheese board in the other room. We're so glad to have you.
I don't think we've been formally introduced.
I'm so sorry. My daughter, she forgets herself in her excitement. Please, my lovely daughter Olivia, the lady to be of this house.
Of course, wonderful. I am the Right Reverend Charles Worthington, your father's cousin. And this, of course, is my lovely sister, Lady Jennifer de Bourges. I'm sure you've heard
Jennifer,
of her.
what a lovely name that is. Oh, just stunning name. So special.
We'd heard so much of your beauty, Lady Jennifer, and it has proven true.
Lady Cressida, you say too much. You do embarrass me. You know, I am ever so pleased to make your acquaintance and that of your family. Thank you for having us tonight at this ball. It's quite empty in here.
We've decided, unfortunately, to reschedule the ball, but we couldn't get word to your carriage. Yes, Olivia is feeling unwell, and right, Olivia?
No, actually, I feel just fine.
Olivia?
But there are a lot of corpses.
Miss Livia, perhaps if it's all right, you could take my arm and I could escort you to that lovely cheese platter that's waiting just over there.
I would love that.
The bodies.
But perhaps rather than your arm, I could just touch your hand a little bit. Just raise my hand.
Olivia?
No.
Very good.
Olivia?
No. What? No.
Charles,
Yes, Mummy?
the party's over.
No. I'm so sorry. Forgive my manners. We were actually hoping to extend you a rather longer invitation. We'd hope you would stay in occupancy here on the estate, the Worthington estate, and take up the guest wing, because we would like for you to keep our lovely Livia some civilizing company.
Oh, well, you know, my lady.
Oh, yes,
We
please.
haven't packed for a house party.
Oh, well, I think that would be lovely. And of course, we could just send Perkins off with the carriage to fetch our things. And we would love to stay. I think that would be delightful.
Love to, Charles.
We have a young man who's come from Ireland to take up the rectory, and I know that you're a man of the faith, Mr. Charles.
Oh, yes, of course. I should love a chance to speak about the Holy Book with Livia, perhaps, or well, anyone who wants to hear, really. I'll speak with the flowers if they allow it. Lady Jennifer knows that.
How delightful, a weekend with our cousins and the Irish.
I am, of course, of Irish extraction myself.
Makes sense.
Right. Why would someone say my name?
Oh, yes, Perkins, if you wouldn't mind, just riding back in the carriage and fetching the rest of Lady Jennifer and my luggage. The light seems to be fading a bit in here, and we'd like to stay for perhaps a week or two here. Partridges.
All right, it'll be done. You want me to drag these bodies out of you too?
Just the luggage, Perkins. That'll be perfectly acceptable.
I do like dragging bodies though, but all right.
Well, maybe take one because. Oh, all right. They are stopping the dancing.
I heard you say I could take one.
Well, just one, Perkins. We don't want to overdo things.
They're plague victims. We gave them alms.
Oh, that's just how I like them.
Oh, very good.
I have two.
Very good.
Two.
Everyone.
Might I have two?
You may have two, Perkins.
Might I have three?
Now you've got to stop, Perkins. You've become impertinent.
Oh. Oh, it'll take me a few minutes to get that one, but I'll get there. All right. I see I've gone too far. I'll get those bodies in your luggage for you.
Well, we are so glad to be able to extend our hospitality to you and get to know you and your family better.
Yes, such a wonderful idea, Lady Cressida.
Yes, we insisted.
I can see, yes.
Please do come enjoy the cheese plate.
Yes, let's.
Lovely fresh air here. Oh.
Oh, yes, so it is. Lovely air. Not quite how I like it. I like it damp and I like it musty. But I suppose some people like the flowers too.
What is it you have there, my good man?
2 bodies.
Bodies?
That's right, 2 corpses. Rotten. Just rotting away.
Oh, my word. What has you with bodies here?
I'm not sure how you're having trouble understanding the concept. There's people that's living and then they die and then they become bodies. That's when I drag them away. Don't ask what I do with them. I don't like it when people ask that.
That is most peculiar and most unusual, but where did you get the bodies?
Right in there, right in the ballroom. There's a lot more if you want one too.
How dare you assume I would want a body?
Well, I weren't no assuming. Just if you want one, there's a lot more. If you don't want one, that's all right. Perkins don't mind. More for Perkins.
Must go and investigate what is going on in there. Enough with you, my good man.
All right. Just me and my buddies trundling along. Perkins is having a good day.
Ah, perfect. Seems like the perfect place to just relax and read a little bit of the Holy Word. Seems like the book of Job would be a lovely place to start. Yes. Oh,
well, hello there.
Earl Wyndham, I believe I've heard about you. Yes, Reverend Worthington. Yes, the Chester Worthingtons. Yes, lovely to make your acquaintance. Yes.
Now, Reverend, you must explain this situation to me. I happened upon a knave who was carting bodies. 2 of them.
Oh, yes, that's Perkins. We had sent him for our luggage, but I suppose he got a little bit carried away with the bodies. You see, it's I'm afraid it's got something to do with the curse of the Worthingtons. You see, that's why I went into the priesthood instead of being able to take a wife and the like. You see, every time a young Worthington a young female Worthington comes of age, you see, the curse finds her. The curse finds her, and she kills every potential suitor that she touches. It's really quite horrible. I'm sure you've heard about the village of Eli in 1587. The village of the
plague?
Well, that's what they called it, of course. The plague. I'm sure you've heard of Salvington upon the Wold just 50 years ago.
Where there was a fire?
Well, that's how they got rid of all the corpses, of course. You see, the only way we can break such a thing is to have such a Worthington marry, so that they can have a proper line. You see, that's where it all comes in, and I'm afraid no one's been able to get close enough to a Lady Worthington to make that happen. I thank goodness that my own siblings, they just don't have enough Worthington blood in them. So Lady Jennifer is certainly protected, but poor Olivia, I'm afraid she's not.
most alarming and I
Yes,
I'm so sorry for disturbing you. I couldn't help it over here.
just thinking about family unmentionable secrets that, well, I should probably be going. I think the lilacs are in bloom this time of year. Yes. Or wrath with a foolish man. Excuse me, everyone. I was just getting into my Bible.
Well, Mr. Wyndham, I see that you've met Charles.
Indeed.
And he's disclosed to you some rather unfortunate facts that happen to pertune to our family.
Yes, my lady Worthington Partridge.
I hope you shall not look too ill upon us for our many, many misfortunes and our somewhat bloody history. It's not as if we are doing it on purpose.
Not as if you aren't doing it on purpose?
Or are.
It's the sort of thing that just happens to us.
Just happens.
And we try to make do.
There's no... Oh, yes, husband, please.
We are a respectable family, after all. And regardless of the curse, we have kept the grounds in good order.
Mm-hmm.
We have maintained our estate to the highest degree.
There is no pecuniary incentive for us to allow the curse to continue to ravage this village and to kill its many youths.
That is why we have forbidden our daughter Livia from ever taking a suitor. For
You
such
must
a
not
man
ever
or
love
woman
her.
would die immediately.
Yes.
The only way that the curse...
Say, this is a lot to take in one go.
Don't worry, Mr. Wyndham. You'll have time to get your mind around it. I'm afraid I cannot let you leave.
Why do you want me here?
If the secret were to escape, well, tell them what would happen, Lady Cressida.
Well, it would be a disaster. The curse would be loosed upon the entire countryside. There'd be no village or hovel left unturned. All the young would perish, and we couldn't have that kind of carnage. We try and contain it to this one village as best we can. Also, we had you so in mind for our rectory.
Me? For your rectory?
Yes. You know, I am of Irish extraction.
Wyndham.
Yes.
In a rectory?
Yes.
I dare say you're taking this news a bit more heavily than the news about the curse that kills people.
Well, one must deal with...
I mean, the titles of Ireland, you can't expect us to... There can't be an earl in Ireland is a...
I haven't walked in on anything, have I? I just finished
no.
the path, figured it was nearly time for tea.
Nothing, Charles.
You'll be joining us for tea, won't you, Earl Wyndham? My brother's cousin makes the most wonderful lemon biscuits. I've been rather looking forward to them.
I'm going to look for my daughter.
Seems I have no choice but to join you.
Oh, yes. Well, I do hope that you'll pass a lovely cup of Earl Grey and a few lemon biscuits, if you don't mind. I'll see you indoors. I can't wait.
See you there.
I was hiding in the bushes and I heard everything. A curse? What are they talking about?
Daughter.
They secretly kept from me, so I'm doomed to be alone for the rest of my days? Mummy, how could you?
Yeah.
I just thought everyone had a bad case of food poisoning. But no, it's me. I'm causing this terrible, terrible terror.
Livia. Livia, get hold of yourself. It's time that I let you in on the secret of our family that we have long kept and which continues to Marcus, we're
There's
cursed.
more?
Yes, we're cursed. And here's the other thing. Soon, when you fall in love, which you will inevitably do, inside will awaken in you a bloodlust such as none has ever seen before. It happened to me, and I enjoyed it immensely, and it'll happen to you. And then you'll be happy there's a curse.
But I don't understand. Father is alive and well.
He is immune. He's the legitimate heir to the property, and so can withstand all of our many devilings. Yep.
But I'm the legitimate heir to this property, so I don't. Are you telling me I can't have anyone ever without killing them?
I should think you'd like to find out, and we've assembled suitable candidates for you, and if it works and they're legitimate, then they won't die, and that will be lovely.
I think I understand. So if it's true love and it's legitimate, then they don't die. But if it's just like a sex thing, then they'll
exactly
die.
That. Yes.
Oh, I understand.
Prurient interest, right?
But all right.
You have no idea, daughter, how many young suitors died in my wake as I quested after the right gentleman. I expect you'll have to be careful with your heart if you want to see everyone live.
There was that Darcy fellow. He was quite attractive, though very come-uppish.
You did murder him,
but he is dead.
Squarely, yes. There could be some remedy. I don't know.
Well, tell me before I waste the village.
I suspect that the other branch of the Worthingtons know that secret. Those cousins know all about us and have made a study of our poor maladies. So I wonder if they don't know something we do not.
Well, that Lady Jennifer is... I'll do so, post haste.
Very proud of her.
I do so hate visiting this side of the family now.
All right. Well, I suppose it was time for tea.
Gomery, you know, the stench of dead people does fill your house so.
You get used to it after a while.
I suppose I must. Yes, tea would be delightful, dear. Thank you.
I shall fix it immediately.
Certainly you're not fixing your own tea.
Lady Jennifer, I have so longed to meet you for so long. I mean, I have longed to meet you for a very long time. It's been long since I have longed to meet you. I've heard of you, of course, from Mummy and dear father, and all of your elegant ways, your citification.
Thank you, dear. You know, we had met once when you were quite young. I'm certain you don't remember, but you were quite unusual then, even. So I'd say you're very consistent, dear. And it is a pleasure, of course, to meet you here in your home, but rather unfortunate to have come after an episode of such bloodlust, really. I mean, calling it the Spanish flu, indeed.
Lady Jennifer, that is exactly why I have to meet you and why we must confer. You must help me. We must put an end to this curse. I don't know how. I've only just learned of it. I did think it was the Spanish flu, or I really thought it was the stomach bug, but it's all right, something. But it turns out it's me. I am wreaking havoc, and you all knew. So it's your duty. You must help me.
Well, dear, you know, I'm afraid there's nothing to be done. You know, the curse is permanent, and because of that, you're much like your mother in your thirst for blood, your quench. Although quite unusual that you don't remember killing all these people. It does seem a bit different. So,
well, I remember something. I remember the blood pouring out of my hand. I remember a feeling of intense, passionate heat erupting. Well, anyway, that's what I remember. And then there's all these dead bodies. You must help me.
Well, dear, I'll tell you, I think there is one solution. You must remain alone for the rest of your life. It is dancing with other young ladies and flirting with men and experiencing that sort of heat in the blood that does quite bring on the bloodlust,
But no.
Isolation.
This is what you advise. That I remain alone my entire life, locked up here.
Yeah. You are not safe, dear.
In my father's estate.
Your parents let you run around the town, and I don't know why. I think if you were my daughter, I would confine you to a single room.
Lady Jennifer, please let me see your hand. Let me just hold it for just a moment. Put it up like this. Do you feel that? The electricity? Do you feel the power? How could I possibly forsake that? Do you feel it?
Oh, no.
Coursing through you?
Oh no, Livia, I'm afraid. Oh, Livia, I'm so afraid it's taken hold of you completely. And you seem so present indeed. Stop, Livia, stop. Well, I think there's only one solution. If it's not to be isolation, then you must run away from here.
I must do what?
Run away.
Then
None of us safe while you're, of course, Charles and I are, because we are of Worthington descent and we are immune, but no one is safe while you are here. And I think perhaps you should run away and isolate yourself somewhere further away from town, perhaps.
I shall take your advice under advisement, because I have long longed to speak with you, and under advisement is where I shall take your advice.
Well, do take care.
I'm back with the tea. Where has Lydia gone?
Oh, Montgomery, she did say something about a lie down, I believe, a little rest. Well, she was feeling rather worn out. A lot of energy expended, in the episodes. So.
Certainly. I suppose that should be good for her. It means that she'll be staying away from that Earl Wyndham, after all. Well, I suppose we can just lie down and have a nice spot of tea. Should be a welcome respite after the day's events. Wait, do you see that out the window? Is that Perkins? What's he doing with those bodies?
Oh, Perkins, always moving the bodies. Perkins, do leave the bodies.
Perkins, stop doing that with the bandsaw. No, off. Bad Perkins. I suppose I better go down and deal with it.
Montgomery!
Yes. Yes, General Matheson.
You remember us? You remember me from our days at military school?
Yes, I do remember. You're back from the war now, I suppose.
Well, I have to say, old chap, it's going rather badly. I hope you don't mind my attempt at civilian attire. But I did want to speak with you a bit in private, if I may.
I shall leave you, gentlemen.
Yes, Lady Jennifer, if you wouldn't mind going down to the front lawn and just dealing with Perkins. All right, just.
Of course, yeah. I'm off to speak with Perkins. Pleasure to meet you, General.
Thank you ever so much, Lady Jennifer. I am all gratitude. General Matheson.
Yes. Well, old man, I thought I would come by because I seem to recall, something about the curse of the Worthingtons and your daughter. You're back from our days when we used to room together at Eton before I went into the military. You see, things have been going a little, not so well down in Calais, you see, and we're hoping we could borrow Livia.
Surely you're not intending to use my daughter as a weapon.
It's just not a weapon per se. Just perhaps she could meet some nice French soldiers, a tavern or something, and well, they could have that curse business happen, and then we'd be right as rain again.
Richard Matheson, when I knew you in our days as young soldiers, you were an upright, respectable gentleman. And I will tell you this, no matter what our family has become, no matter what curse falls upon us, the one thing that we will always remain is respectable.
Oh, we're desperate, man. We just really need some help out there on the front lines. Pretty soon we'll all be eating escargot and being improperly rude to one another. We can't have that now, can we?
Do I look like I care if I have a fine English bread or a baguette for breakfast? What I care about is my daughter, Matheson. I will not put her in harm's way. I have kept her away from love, away from suitors, away from men and women who look incredibly beautiful and young for so many years, because I do not want her to turn into a monster.
Well,
I will not let that happen to her, and I will not let you do this.
Very well. I have to figure out something else then, old man. Perhaps a new sort of cannon or something. In any event, if things change, you'll know where to find me. Just contact the Home Office, just like old times. I'll show myself.
Certainly.
I'll show myself out, sir.
It was a pleasure. Livia, what is to be done? I cannot let her live like she has been living, alone, isolated. I cannot let her be turned into a weapon. The only way to break the curse is for her to find true love. But is there even such a thing? Lady Cressida and I have found it, I suppose, in our long years here. But are we the exception? Or do we prove that such a thing is possible?
You fool. You old fool. You truly believe that we two share true love?
I don't know if such a thing exists, but I was safe from the curse, was I not?
You're safe from the curse because I spared you, because I needed to create an heir, because I needed to have a line, and because our curse can be elective.
Livia could control the curse the whole time.
If she were to know that, she might marry injudiciously. It's better to make her really think about it.
If she could marry for love. She could be whoever she
already
wanted.
due to marry
she could
for
be
love.
Free.
My darling, you're
We've
here.
kept her under false pretenses this entire time.
Yes.
This cannot stand a moment longer. I shall fly from this room and I shall notify her. This lifelong disaster can be at an end. No. Lady Cressida, your touch has always brought good things in my life. Don't let it end like this. Oh. It feels like electricity, even though I don't know if that's been invented yet. Oh. I feel my heart skipping a beat.
It's a shame you won't be able to join our daughter at her wedding.
Cressida, why? Please, just give our daughter a good life.
Because I have the bloodlust and I enjoy it.
All I've ever asked of you is that you give me a good family. Please let Livia have a good life. Please. Livia.
Perkins, I need you to retrieve something.
Is it another body? Oh, I do
Yes.
so love bodies.
It is indeed. It's a special treat.
Oh, one moment. Right. Oh boy. Oh, I recognize this one. That was the guy that was shouting at me not to do what I was doing with the bodies. Oh, I know just what I'm going to do with him.
You there? Any lemon biscuits left? I suppose not. I suppose I could have a spot of tea at least. Feels positively electric in here. Well, I suppose I'll be getting on then. Very good.
Reverend Worthington, please.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
spoken to your sister. Please, I know I'm being forward, but I have spoken with your sister, and she advises that I know you know everything. She advises that I run to the wastes and hide myself like a hermit in a shack. But I can't do it. I can't do it. Reverend Worthington, please, you must help me. There must be some way to break this curse.
I do believe that there is. We can't have you running off into the wilderness like that. That's how we lost Southington on the Wold when I was a boy. But in any event, I think there is a way. You see, to break the curse. If I remember correctly, my mother's grandmother said something in here in the family Bible about it being choosy. Yes, you can select it once you can control it. That's what she said in here anyway. And that all that's needed for you to marry is to decide on a proper suitor, and then but that's really it. And then you can marry that person carefully, of course. And you've got it tied up in a little bow.
So what I understand from what you're telling me is that I could marry anyone I choose, and that I can choose to use these powers for good or for evil.
Yes, that's exactly what my mother's grandmother wrote in here. You see, it's rather hard to follow the script.
And my mother hid this information from me, did she not?
Well, she always was a bit singular, shall we say.
Reverend Worthington, you must help me.
Of course. Well, if you could just
find
someone you want to marry.
My mother must come to justice.
Yes, I'm sure we could figure things out if we could just have you find someone that you're pleased with, and then, sort out the whole curse thing.
Wait. I have to marry someone because I do inherit this estate. So I do have to marry someone in order for this curse to...
Well, hold on a minute here. No, I don't think it's required that you marry someone, actually. Yes, no, if I remember correctly, your third cousin, yes, she seems to be quite happy in the family tree and quite singularly alone. Yes, no, I think that's correct. So why don't you do this? I feel like this holy repository of family knowledge might be of use to you. And I've been carrying it about, but there's plenty of Bibles about in my vicarage, so why don't you take this one? And I'm sure it'll tell you all that you need to know.
Thank you. Thank you, Reverend Worthington. Yes. And with that, since I no longer need you, please let me take your hand.
All right. Oh.
Yes. Oh, the blood. The blood. The blood. The blood.
They were right. There's my whole family history in their library.
Oh, Mr. Wyndham, Mummy.
I'll leave you.
Mr. Wyndham, It is so lovely to meet you. I had no idea that you were still here. I'm very grateful that we've met, and but I'm afraid that you've been invited here under false pretenses. For my mother and father, they believe that you're an adequate suitor for me, but I've decided I'm not going to marry.
Oh, that's perfect. May I leave then?
Of course. Yes,
Of
yes.
course,
But first,
you can't leave.
Mummy, stay out of this. Oh.
Okay.
I see.
All right. I will stay out of this.
Mummy, Mr. Wyndham, please, you must help me. Use that knife on my mother. She's the one who's keeping you here.
You're right.
And
Why is she?
knife her when you say it. Say these words here. It is not to be conceived that a man of 3 or 24 should not have liberty of mind or limb to that amount. Say those words, those exact words, while you knife her. Thank you. You're a wonderful man.
Hello. I brought you some tea cakes and some snacks and a little bit of sherry for your research.
A gift from your daughter.
Yes, I did notice. Don't you see that in killing me you shall only fulfill the curse? You shall seal her bloodlust absolute if you commit matricide on her behalf.
This is also confusing.
It is extremely confusing.
Far too much sense.
Far too much. Let me tell you how it really ought to end. You should elope with my beautiful young daughter up to Gretna Green, which is in Scotland, not Ireland, and live a happy life in the country, waging horrible, bloodlust-filled, curse-ravaged killings.
Trying to manipulate me.
Yes.
It is not to be conceived that a man of 35 years should be torn of his independence.
But I was going to give you my very eligible daughter. I was going to let you leave.
I need to run.
Oh, is everyone gone then? Excellent. I think I'll have a ball. Oh, Perkins!
Not quite everyone, Livia.
Oh.
Oh, I see that Lady Cressida's down there as well. So many
Yes.
bodies.
So many bodies. And this is all mine.
This is the best day of Perkins's life.
Shall we have some tea?
Oh, certainly, Lady Livia. But don't
You
ask
can
me to
get-
shake your hand.
No, that's not a good idea. We'll save that for later.
And we'll call things here. Thanks, everyone. This is a wonderful story about a young Regency era woman discovering her terrible and horrible curse, yet odd superpower, and how it can be both constraining and freeing. I'd like to bring everybody back on for just a brief moment, just to say thank you. This was a lovely experiment. I greatly appreciate all of your contributions and our lovely guest, Sam, experiencing the weirdness. Thank you, Sam, for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, super glad. And many thanks to the good folks at Highwire for being willing to take on an odd, fun experiment. And from here, we'll leave you with a proper goodbye.